What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Steel City Motors and another vehicle highlight. Today we're jumping into one of my favorite cars in the lot right now. I have a few ones that I do play favorites with. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And every time I get into this one, I always want to take it home. And I'm just like, dude, I just got a car. I don't need another car. But let's jump into this 2019 CX-5 Sport. Alright, y'all, so this is the generation of Mazdas that happened before the zeros got added to the end of their names. So the CX-5 is now the CX-50 and the CX-9 is the CX-90, so on and so forth. You just gotta add a zero and be fancy with it, you know what I mean? Change it up. But this one is the CX-5. This is a Sport. This has the cloth interior, but it still has all of the creature comforts and the styling that we know and love from Mazda. It's very nice with the different comforts and accommodations inside and out. It's really fun to drive, even though it has a moderately powered i4 engine with 187 horsepower. This is via the Skyactiv design and engineering concept. So it's still one of those things that's fun to drive, fuel efficient, comfortable, and really doesn't like to compromise on any of their aspects. That is what Skyactiv is all about. It's about combining the performance, the comfort, and the efficiency of a vehicle without leaving out too much from one end or the other. We gotta love that about Mazda. Mazda is one of those hard-hitting, comfortable, stylish, and reliable brands that we all really know and expect from the Japanese market. It's one of the heavy hitters along with Toyota and Honda. So a lot of people are looking into these nowadays. So let's get into more of the interior and exterior features of this vehicle today. So starting with the exterior, you can see the styling and the general build of the vehicle is made to look aggressive, sporty, and aerodynamic. This is not an accident. They like to make them pretty, but they also like to make them efficient. Gotta love those headlights. They're really nice and aggressive looking, but part of the Skyactiv platform is to make them more efficient. So the styling isn't just there for style, it is also there for efficiency. They get excellent MPG with 24 city and 31 highway. This is an excellent choice whether you are staying out in the country or you're living in the city. You're not having to deal with choppy MPG on a larger kind of crossover to mid-size SUV. I would consider this more of a mid-size SUV than a crossover because it is built quite larger, even though it looks and is styled a little bit more like a crossover. So that's kind of part of the whole Skyactiv thing, is that they try to get the best of both worlds and really put it into one car. I also love the fact that they added some really pretty, well-styled gunmetal gray wheels to this build, and it is just really pretty right out of the normal kind of stock lot, so to speak. You don't even have to add anything to really make it look nice, and you gotta love that. So like I said, this is one of those cars that I really want to take home every time I get into it. It's just one of those things that really like kind of whispers to me, you know, take me home, take me home. Why? Because I mean, like, it's super duper comfy, it's stylish. Those bucket seats are tailored so nicely. This is some of the nicest cloth interior I've seen. It really like supports every part of you. It's really well cushioned. Even with the more analog controls, it is really nicely adjustable. This is kind of a really basic model, but it still has so much to offer in terms of comfort. I love the way they style it as well on the interior. It's really pretty, aerodynamic. Ergonomic. I mean, it is aerodynamic, but we don't really care about aerodynamics up in here. It's really nicely ergonomic. You can really grip the steering wheel comfortably for any position. You don't have a ton of clunky controls cluttering up this center part right here. A lot of cars do have that, and it's a little bit annoying when you're driving. Everything is right within kind of hand's reach. You're not really stretching to do anything like that. All the controls are really intuitive. You have stuff near the shifter for the multimedia system up there. You've got the dual zone climate control. You've got that push to start right here. And it doesn't like to not detect its keys. So if you forget your keys out there, can't nobody steal it, because it just didn't like me having the keys in the door seal. Boom. So very nice clean crank. Really nice kind of quiet engine. I love that. Mostly analog cluster with a few little digital elements, 90% analog, except for this a little bit right here. Pretty simple multimedia system. This specific one does not come with onboard navigation, but it can be installed by a Mazda dealer, so it's not super duper difficult. It does hook up to your phone, so you can have your phone navigation coming through the speakers as well. Like I said, this is a simple model, but it's got like a sport mode, and it's really nice and kind of punchy for a not very huge, you know, i4 engine. So as I said before, the Skyactiv definitely combines the style and the comfort and the performance for what you get. So excellent MPG. It's really nice to drive. It's super duper comfortable. I could seriously like sit here and take a nap. These seats are excellent. You get a ton of head and leg room here behind me as well. These seats are all the way back. As I said, I'm tall. I don't like to have my seat hunched forward, so having this much head and leg room all the way back here is really, really great. The cargo space is super duper ample, and that's actually what we're going to take a look at next. Alright y'all, here is the cargo space. We have a ton of room back here. Got the all original floor mats, and then we have a utility compartment down here for the spare tire and anything you want to put down here. These seats do fold, and it's really, really easy. We've got the little levers up here, so you have a customizable amount of space with the vehicle as well. I love how much room is back here. I mean, like I already said, I'm almost 5'10", and I can literally sit back here, and it's really, really comfortable. So if you want to watch a parade or tailgate or anything like that, you can actually do that with this vehicle really, really easily. So I love that for us. I love that for anybody who buys this. And it also has tiny little storage compartments off to the side. Really cute little feature, and adds just a little bit more utility to what you already have. And finally, before I end this highlight, we do have a backup camera installed with this vehicle. Let me show you real quick how it works. Every vehicle has a different backup camera. This one's pretty standard and has the usual parking lines. So let me flip this on real quick and show you how she works. Really nice little parking lines on there. Very typical backup camera. It's got good resolution. It's not 4K, but you see everything that you need to see, and you gotta love having kind of a little bit of everything in one car. It's not super duper fancy, as I've said. It's not kind of the premium plus edition, but it has a lot of comfort. It's real easy, fun, and relaxing to drive. So I think for everything from utility to comfort to styling to performance for its engine and its type, this vehicle definitely hits all the marks. Alright y'all, thank you so much for joining me on another vehicle highlight. I love showing these cars off for y'all, telling you a little bit about them, and getting you into something that you love. If you want to see this and any of our other vehicles, head on over to 1011 Old Cedar Grove Road out here in Moody, Alabama, off of I-20 exit 144. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.